Damn, my light went out. I will continue. Wasn't expecting that. But anyway, let's continue. Black women with BBLs. I want to address this because I have said before that I'm tired of Black women being painted as women who get BBLs like crazy. I grew up seeing Black women with curvy, voluptuous bodies in middle school and in high school, the type of bodies that the women are buying. Now, it started off a lot of women not Black were getting BBLs. It's called the Brazilian butt lift. They have been getting this procedure done in Brazil and in America, Miami, before Black women started doing it. And I don't like how people feel just because you're a Black woman that you can't get a BBL. Not all of us have fat asses, okay? That's just the truth. We don't all, this is not a monetized video, so my Cash App is up there. And if you want to hit a donation to me, okay? And I'm gonna try not to curse like that, but shoot, why? I don't knock plastic surgery, but I also don't like how every little thing Black women do gets magnified, because some who are strippers and celebrity women got BBLs. People are acting like the average everyday Black woman is getting a BBL. And it is considered one of the most dangerous procedures you can get. You can literally die. It is a fact. Any kind of plastic surgery is dangerous. Not everyone can have plastic surgery. They don't meet the requirements. So I don't like how Black women get seen. Because I always see Black people on social media, like on TikTok, lashes and BBLs. I'm like, stop acting like the average Black woman got a BBL. You know that's not true. And even if some do, so what? Some Black women don't have big butts. Some Black women have very flat butts and would like a bigger butt, like any other woman. Like men who don't have hair like to get hair plugs. Men whose penises don't work properly like to get Viagra. Women with small, tiny titties want to get breast implants to feel more like a woman. That's how they feel. Fill out their top, and it's more pleasing to the eye to a number of men. A lot of Black women only started getting BBLs, not just because a number who finally saw, I can get a bigger butt if I have a flat one, and there's nothing wrong if you don't have a big butt. I don't have a huge butt. I'm just saying Black men made big butts popular in this country. From hip hop music, the curvy women who were in those videos, Black and other mixtures with big curvy bodies, and you can have a good body being skinny, thick, slim, thick, curvier, extra weight, chubby, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They made it popular. Everybody kept saying that to be a Black woman, I love their asses. Black women, they kept making it seem like we all have that. A lot of Black girls who are girls, and girls suffer from body image issues, that's not uncommon, started to feel like I don't feel like a real Black woman because I don't have this ass. I don't have this body that is deemed a part of my ethnic group, what we're known for. And I don't have that. And my men like that. And they only effing with Black men, and they want to appeal to men. And they also want to fill out their clothing, have a curvier shape. It looks good in a lot of clothing, and it attracts a lot of men. A lot of men like it, at least these days. So I don't fault them for wanting it for personal reasons. Okay, nobody bothers men, again, if they go get Viagra or hair plugs or go change something, knee calf surgery or something. All of a sudden, it's like people don't see Black women as human, In one way, it's kind of good, like you don't think we can have an imperfection. Does imperfection exist? As they say, beauty can be in the eye of the beholder. But if it's something I don't like, I have a right to change that if I want to, And most Black women on average do not have BBLs. The fattest asses you're going to find are going to be on Black women or Hispanic women and some Arabic women. But a lot of Black women, especially in the Caribbean and in Latin America, that's a fact. And in Africa, of course, and here in America. But when I was younger, I saw girls there was one girl in my high school who had a shape you would truly believe was done by a surgeon if you saw her today. But it was 100% real. This was in high school. Her hips were humongous. Her ass was humongous. Her waist was small. And no, you wouldn't believe it if you saw it, but it was real. Another girl who was very mean to me, who looked like a creature in the face, but I have to admit, she had a true Coke bottle shape. Her face was just terrible, but she had that body. Black women been having bodies like that. Everybody knows it, but because the celebrity women have now let the secret out the bag that yes, strippers have done it. Oh, Cardi B or other women. Now all of a sudden, every time a black woman truly got that type of shape, people want to say, "Oh, it ain't real." Her hips and her ass match. That's how you know it's real a lot. You can look at her legs, thick legs and ass, and you can like. I'm tired of the hate towards black women who do have these type of bodies, where now they got to defend the body they have. Black men know damn well growing up they saw a lot of black women who had fat asses, okay, or women who were mixed with black, okay, whether in the Caribbean and Latinas and stuff like that. That's just the truth. But some who do go get the surgery, why people gotta always shame the black woman for a BBL? Maybe if it's not done looking crazy, what's the problem? If it didn't kill her and she likes it, it didn't harm nobody. Maybe her butt again was severely flat. And I guarantee you, black men and even some women probably dissed the fuck out of her and dissed her for it and laughed at, oh, you got that white girl body. They do stuff like that. I grew up seeing it. But all of a sudden now, oh, the BBL. And again, the average black woman can't even afford to go get major plastic surgery. So I'm tired of that lie being pushed as if black women are all over the place with BBLs. That is not true. And even if some of them were, so what? As long as it don't look crazy, you know? And a lot of men don't be complaining when it's time to hit that bedroom because they like it. Just like white men love the hell out of big titties, which is why white women have dominated the plastic surgery industry decades before black women dabbled in it, getting breast implants because white men love big titties. You know, I don't want to see them end up dead like I've been seeing happening, but I don't fault them or blame them at all for wanting, if she didn't like it, if she was insecure about it, if she did like how looking better to her in her clothing. Okay, if it did attract better men than what she was used to pulling. That's just reality. I'm tired of seeing black men always talking about weaves and lashes. Why are you arguing about a fucking lash that comes off probably in 5 hours? Don't get me wrong. Some of them can last a few days, but the average lash glue is only going to maybe last you a good 5 to 8 hours. That ain't some permanent thing. Who cares? It's not some extreme change in her eye. Who gives a fuck about a lash? Is it that serious? Why are you worried about it? Half that shit only costs $5. I'm serious. $5 to buy lashes. So people just want to keep complaining and putting black women under the microscope for every damn little thing. I'm tired of that. Okay, let me see what else is being set up in here. Any other topics? Okay. Thank you, Ultimate Enigma. I love you too. Okay, let's see. Thank you. A beautiful mind. I try to keep my voice on point. I'm getting nervous. I can't do it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, page turning priestess. Exactly. BBLs are pricey. Nobody is getting it like that. You think they were promoted because of prison culture. Yeah, the sagging of the pants and making their butt look bigger and all that stuff. Okay. I'm going to wear my makeup, Yeah, makeup and skincare. Someone brung that up, makeup and skincare. I'm not against makeup at all. I like makeup that doesn't look super crazy. I like the colors and stuff. I'm still experimenting myself, but I don't wear it as to where I look like a different person. Like if I take it off, I still pretty much kind of still look like me. I'm not against makeup if you have hyperpigmentation, if you have scarring, my thing is that you should try to take care of your natural skin while you're wearing makeup. Never sleep in your makeup. Number one, It clogs your pores. A lot of you will end up getting bumps all over your face. Some women are more prone to getting a lot of acne bumps and stuff when they wear makeup. If drink water, water is very important. Moisturizing your skin is important. And I like makeup that looks nice, you know, where you can tell it's makeup, but it's not an extreme amount of makeup. Like it's more of almost a natural look, but you know, you got a pop of color with lipstick. Like I'm one of those women, and this is how I was raised, and this is what I believe. Listen, let's talk. I cannot stand, and I don't care who gets mad, I cannot stand. Hey, Nelly, I cannot stand to see women who go and get their hair done, get a cute outfit, but you don't do nothing with your makeup. Your face is plain. What is the point of trying to look your best if you're not going to do one thing and forget the other? You coming out with no makeup on at all. It don't have to be extreme. At least do your eyebrows, put on some lipstick or lip gloss, something. I refuse. I used to see this all the time growing up. That's why I laugh my behind off how I see black men acting about makeup now. I'm like, since when black women was wearing makeup like that? In fact, the complaint was not looking feminine enough before, you know, I didn't wear a lot of makeup. I have pretty clear skin. As I've gotten older, sometimes my skin is not as clear, but I had really oily, shiny skin. Like my forehead was always shining and my cheeks and stuff. And I would just put on lipstick, you know, and my eyebrows are naturally kind of arched, but, you know, spruce up my eyebrows or whatever. But it was a big deal even when I was in school. Like I remember going to school with lipstick on and the masculine girls, why you got on all that makeup? I said, I just have on lipstick. I mean, seriously, what's the problem with lipstick? But they had masculine mothers more than likely. You know, I didn't have caked up makeup on. It's just lipstick or whatever. And anyway, I can't stand for women. Like you can do what you want, but I just think it looks crazy to go get your hair braided for $400, style it in a bun or do something, get a cute ass outfit, but you don't have no makeup on at all. Like that just don't look right. You know, your feet ain't done. You going to an event or you never wear lipstick. You know, but that's just me. I can't speak for all women, but, I can tell you, men definitely notice when you fix yourself up. And I believe that when you look your best, you feel better. It's just the truth. But some women that don't work because they've always been masculine. They don't care about looking good, you know. And women can say what they want, but I guarantee you, if you fix yourself up and more men approach you, you definitely notice a difference on what fixing yourself up can do versus not, you know. I remember when I worked at in a retail store, so many of the women, I would suggest jewelry. Oh, I don't wear jewelry. So many. I'm like, how the fuck y'all women and you don't wear no jewelry? I mean, damn, man. Don't get me wrong. Not everybody wants, like I can't stand rings on every finger. That just looks cheap and tacky. But no jewelry at all. What's going on here? You know, we were made to play, in my opinion, and looking good and trying different stuff. You know, sometimes you got to practice and see what works for you. I'm still learning some stuff my damn self. Some stuff, playing around with different eyeshadows and stuff like that. But if you're not going to wear makeup, I mean, women need to work on their skin anyway. I mean, I'm going to do a live inspired by one of my subscribers about Black women who shun skincare. You know, when you talk about chemical peels or fixing hyperpigmentation. Oh, she bleached it. Did you not notice that one side was completely 5 shades darker than the other? Why can't she fix it? Like, stop this bullshit about protecting your look. If you need a chemical peel, go get a damn chemical peel. If you need to fix your hyperpigmentation, if you need to figure out what's going on with the acne or the scarring and get it fixed, it ain't nothing wrong with that. Or getting your teeth fixed, whitening your teeth naturally or at the doctor or something. I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not really going to wear makeup, I feel you should at least do something with your eyebrows. Get your eyebrows arched. At least put on some lip gloss, something, damn. But, a lot of these men claiming they don't like it, they lying. A good portion, I guarantee you. Because when you go out looking good and you don't need caked up makeup on like celebrities do, because they're under the limelight, under the light, literally, they have to wear a hell of a lot more makeup than the average person just to look a certain way on camera. But it ain't nothing wrong with foundation. Maybe one day you wake up and your eyes you have really dark eyes from an allergy or not sleeping right. Ain't nothing wrong with getting foundation up to cover that or whatever. I do get men who complain they don't want to be completely fooled, where you met the woman, she was looking damn good. Every time you see her, she looking good. You notice the makeup and then she take it off and it's like, who is this woman? I get stuff like that. That's why I don't put on an extreme amount where I don't look like me. I still look like me, just more spruced up, more enhanced, And I don't see any complaints about, it's always a comparison to a white woman. Women from India wear makeup and eyeliner. Women from Africa, especially Ethiopia, wear eyeliner and makeup. Arabic women wear eyeliner and makeup. Hispanic women wear makeup. So miss me with this white woman bullshit. The women in Egypt that y'all love to say was black, who in my opinion were, they wore makeup, eyeliner and stuff like that. So, it's just another way to try to, I don't know if they want us to look like we rolled off the street corner and rolled up out of bed. And then when they get around other women who they are attracted to, who are more fixed up than you, then they in their face trying to cheat on you with her or saying, why can't you look more like them and do something with yourself? But then when you do, then they complain about that. It's all about control at the end of the day, and they don't want other men looking at you. Okay? Now, don't get me wrong. Again, I don't like crazy looking makeup that looks just insane. I've seen that. I don't like lashes that are long as hell, that look like spiders on your eye. That looks ridiculous to me. I don't like the whole rings everywhere. I don't like tattoos all over your neck and face and body. I don't like that. I don't like them big ass eyebrows. That was a trend for a while. I don't like that. I like a medium size or a little thin, but more medium size. Nothing crazy looking. Okay. The 90s style makeup. It's funny where I hear men say, why can't the black women look like the women from the 90s? I'm like, the women from the 90s was wearing makeup too. They all were. It just, maybe the makeup style, it just to me, I love 90s makeup. It was clean, smooth, a little bit natural looking, but still enough that you still noticed it. Okay. But black women still rocking the makeup good, a little bit of a brown lip liner or darker lip liner, the lighter lip gloss or whatever. The contour thing, I'm not into. I don't do all that. I don't do all that bacon, as they say. I'm not against it. I'm not that great at it, but I don't feel the need to contour my nose. I think my nose looks damn good. But I understand it gives like that balanced look and stuff. If you do it, I don't like it to where it looks extreme. Like, I'm not against it. I just don't want it to look extreme. I want it balanced and all that. I think Aaliyah's makeup was always fucking beautiful. Nia Long's makeup, Vivica Fox makeup, Toni Braxton's makeup. Okay, Amber Rose makeup. That looks good to me, And it's funny because I'm telling you, this happened to one of my relatives where she wore her makeup. Haters constantly. Always hating. I feel like if you so mad at a woman getting more attention than you, why don't you look at her and see what she doing versus what you doing? Look at how she's fixed up versus you. And don't ask why they keep coming up to you. Perhaps it's because she looks more together than you. And that's not a diss. You got a lot of women who just can't sit back and think, a lot of these men coming up to her. Let me check out what she got on or how her makeup done. You ain't got to copy completely, but it's okay to be inspired. But anyway, this woman, I know personally, the women would always hate on her. And because she wasn't skinny either, but she was better looking and she always fixed her makeup, beautiful makeup, just done right. And one of the men who were married came up to her and told her, I wish my wife wore makeup like you. I wish she fixed herself up like you. I kid you not. So listen, you can believe all you want about these men talking about, I just want a plain woke up face. Don't get me wrong. It is good. You want your man to like how you look out the bed. He's still attracted. But he also has no problem when you put on some makeup and you look even more fabulous than you already do. You're in your femininity. This is what women do. Okay. Yes, femininity can also be how you act and stuff, but it is also how you carry yourself and look too. Okay. And any women who know, you already know. The women who swear to God, why she got on that makeup? Look at her with her makeup. She got on her heels and makeup and this and that. While you ain't never getting no man coming up to you versus us. Stop it. But you keep doing what you want to. I believe in what works. Do the experiment. Go out to the club or wherever you go. Plain Jane, fucked up outfit, hair, whatever. Do that. Write down how many men approached you, bought you a drink, asked you out. Then I want you to let somebody or yourself do a 180 or do that makeover. Then go to the same place and then write down how much more attention did you get. I'm telling you now, the same women, a lot of these men, and you know who I'm talking about, complaining about women fixing themselves up, dressing nice, makeup done. Honey, that's exactly who they hollering at, fantasizing over, following on Instagram, or wishing their wife would level her ass up to look more like that. At least every now and again. It's good to surprise your man too. You know, I find that some men who don't like women who to get into their femininity, I think they're secretly gay. Some of them are down low. They like masculine women. They might cover it up. I just like the natural. Then, yeah, that is beautiful. I want you to like how I naturally look. I want to be able to just sit around and not have to fix myself up and you still think I'm fine as fuck. But I also like, you like when I'm representing you. When we go out, you're like, this is my woman right here. She looked damn good. Yeah, I see them other men looking, but you going home with me. Damn. My baby looks good. I feel the same way about my man. You represent me too. You ain't coming out the house with me looking tore down. You ain't sagging. I don't care what race he is. That sagging of the pants, a scruffy beard that ain't never done up, and dirty finger. You wouldn't even be talking to me with dirty fingernails anyway. But my man need to look good and smell good. For me and you going out to the public, I don't date no ragamuffin. Look like he woke up out of bed or came out of jail looking men. Wearing sneakers with everything type of thing. No, absolutely not. Okay. Yeah, I've heard plenty of stories of women who met their men looking real good and then he get with her and they're dating and then he get mad and tell her stop looking good because he's mad and he don't trust her. He knows that he sees other men looking because she's beautiful and put together and he's scared she's going to leave because he knows when men know you have options, that's a problem. When they know you are choosing to stay with him and he knows, I could easily be replaced because I see the other men looking. And the crazy thing is they want a woman that other men want, that men look at. They get off on it. Like, I don't like men who rely on the opinions of other men. You ain't gonna date a girl because you care what your friends thought. What they got to do with anything? They're not sleeping with her. But there are a lot of immature men like that who care so much about what their friends think instead of going for the woman that they want, but they want to be able to show her off. But at the same time, he wants to beat her or keep her caged up in the house or tell her, stop looking good. Because the truth is, he knows the attention she gets and that she doesn't have to just be with him. She has options. That's why some men go for really homely, broke down looking women because they think she ain't going nowhere. I'm the better one in the relationship. She gonna bow down and cook for me. She gonna worship me because she know I'm the finest motherfucker she ever had. She can't get no better than me. I'm a dime and she looks fucked up. But I'm gonna lift her up and she gonna worship me because she know. Or they think, well, I'm the fine one. Some men want to be the finer one in the relationship. They want to be the dime piece versus the woman. Because they know, I'll have like 10 or 15 women. You ain't getting no man like that. Or she's more humble. She ain't full of herself. I can deal with her. Them pretty ass women knew they was fine. They knew they could be replaced. Their head was a little big. I ain't like that. So I had to date down a little bit in the looks department. Or she pay bills. She don't look that good at all. I'm cheating on her trying to, but she pay them damn bills. you know? Okay, so we covered skincare and makeup. Take care of your real skin the best you can. If you can afford to go to a dermatologist, do that if you're having issues with your skin. Do not sleep in your makeup. That causes bumps all over the place. Okay? Don't do extreme crazy looking makeup, to me. Have it flowing, looking good. Ain't nothing wrong with color and eyeshadow, but something that looks good, Not looking bad. All right. I want to talk about Christine. I talked about, Lord, I'm probably saying her name wrong. Blueface and Krishan or Christine. I feel I want to feel sorry for her, but I also don't. I feel like that motherfucker, like I said, this is not, excuse my language, but I'm letting loose tonight. That asshole embarrassed the hell out of you in front of everybody. Said he ain't even like you. Called you out your name, disrespected your parents, treated you like the scum of the earth, and you're beautiful. Why the hell would you get pregnant by him? And he made you kill the other babies you had before. And said he don't even want you to keep this one. Why would you do this to your child? Lord, let me get I'm trying not to get emotional. Give me a second. There comes a point where you got to look at the women too. Yes, she's a young woman, but she ain't fucking stupid. It's shit like this that pissed me off. This man has treated you like you ain't shit years before you kept this baby. Like I said, women have a responsibility to their children with the men they choose. You're going to have a baby by a man that didn't even want you, that cannot connect with the child. Why would you do that to that child? Why would you give a child a father that didn't even fucking want them and told the whole fucking world he didn't want them? You ain't even thinking about them. And some people would say she should have fucking go get a fucking abortion because this shit ain't it. Then there are others who would say, hell no, you got to keep the baby. Abortion is wrong. Look at this shit. This is the disaster and cycles that a number of black women go through. This bitch has been treating you like you ain't nothing. Nothing. And you gonna get pregnant by him. It takes two to tango, but damn it, you let him do you know what. Why ain't you get on birth control? Or stop sleeping with him. Now you pregnant. And that baby's life is destroyed before it even gets here. And then their relationship is being celebrated like Ike and Tina Turner of 2023. I don't promote their relationship. Their relationship is disgusting, especially for black people who want to keep it black and want to see healthy relationships. I'm not celebrating their fucking relationship or talking about them like that constantly. I know I'm talking about them now. A train wreck happening. Maybe they're trying to use her story as a life lesson to black women. I don't think it's working like that. Give the baby away. And that's also going to be traumatic for the baby, because once that baby grows up and sees the footage of who her parents were and what the parents did and her father, that's going to F them up in the head too. And it makes no sense. I think she could do a hell of a lot better. That man is pimping her out to be famous. Nobody was talking about him like that until her. His music ain't even all that. He ain't ugly. He needs to get rid of them damn tattoos. But I wouldn't date him with his mentality. Do you see how he talks? You hear how he talks about women? How he talks, period? Disgusting. Let me see what else is being said in the chat. Any topics, show them leave a heart and put a topic or something you want to talk about. It can be in your personal life, anything happening in the news, any topics, anything. I just wonder how they met, because she's beautiful and she was even more beautiful before she met him. So I wouldn't be shocked if he approached her. But then again, he had multiple women of all races at his house, fighting, twerking, Complete hood rats of all races over there with effing with him. Developing skills that will make more money. Well, there's a lot of ways to make money. You know, Google has certificates to help you if you want to learn skills to work in tech. Learning how to read better and write better. There's plenty of things right here on the internet to help you. Taking courses at your community college and stuff like that. Online courses for Excel and Microsoft and various different programs. Studying etiquette books. They have the Emily Post books to learn etiquette. Making money, learning different skills. What is your talent? You can use your talent, doing hair, nails, lashes, all types of other stuff. I mean, Lord, affiliate marketing, stuff like that. What are you good at? Maybe you're a good speaker, speaking, okay, for people. Maybe you're good at organizing or being a wedding planner or organizing trips for people or organizing things for companies, scheduling, things like that. Diana Prince says some lady threw a brick at the mayor of San Francisco, I guess, during a board of supervisions meeting held outside of the plaza. Oh my God, I didn't hear about that. I suspect more of this will happen. A lot of people are getting really fed up with the government. A lot of people. I see it all the time, and they're lashing out. They are lashing out because they see a lot of their states just going downwards. In New York, with the migrant situation, the homeless people of New York are being thrown out. And I had shown over 130 hotels are placing the migrants in while the homeless people of the city are begging and starving to death. And people are getting mad. The rent prices are insane. Okay. And people are having enough of seeing their so-called representatives and leaders effing over the American people or seeing everything just go downhill. Why is it so hard to get a job nowadays? I applied many places and got rejected. I might do a video showing some things I saw on TikTok regarding resumes. It is hard. People, I saw this on TikTok, people with amazing resumes, some people who are even considered overqualified. I'm like, that's ridiculous to me. Overqualified, have everything the company wants and they don't hire. You also need to have keywords, whatever the company is asking for on that application resume, whatever the company is asking for, put that in your resume, put those keywords in what they're looking for, put that on the resume. You have to tailor your resume to the company you're trying to get hired for. Also connections, a lot of people get certain jobs because of the connections and everything like that. But a lot more people are working for themselves. If you love to cook, I love to cook. A lot of people are becoming private chefs and they're making good ass money or having a niche with cooking, starting a cooking channel, which I do have right here on YouTube that I need to dedicate myself more to, but a cooking channel. What do I think about the Target and Bud Light boycott? Yes, Lord. Target, I do like Target. I'm not going to lie, but I don't often like the clothes there all the time. I don't even go to the clothes section a lot when I'm in Target. So I didn't really notice that it was so many gender neutral clothing, and a lot of Christians have boycotted Target. I heard they're taking the clothes out because they're like, stop confusing the children. I don't play that shit either. I don't play that. Like I said, once a child hits puberty, I think they know more of who they're sexually attracted to, their true attractions. And as they develop and get older, I don't believe in pushing that shit on children. My child will know you are a boy, you are a girl. You have eggs, you will get a period, you have ovaries. Son, you have a penis, you have sperm, you are stronger than her. So I can understand why they got upset with the clothing to trying to bend reality I mean, don't get me wrong. I can see some gender neutral clothing some people might have where it just don't matter. This just looks cute on anyone. But when they came for the kids, a lot said, hell no, absolutely not. We don't want the kids being confused about reality. This is your gender. This is what it is. You know, if I'm going to dress them a certain way, it's because I'm dressing them like that. I'm their parent. And it's true. You do have a choice when you go to Target, but it's an agenda many people feel is being pushed and they weren't for it. What do I think about also besides the Target, the Budweiser or Bud Light boycott? I heard about that only recently where they had a man promoting the beer and they lost reportedly $6 billion in sales. I was very shocked. But a lot of men drink Bud Light from a long time ago, you know, all over the Bible Belt states and old men, you know, and young men, but it has a certain audience and drinking their Budweisers, yeah, man, give me that beer. Come on, y'all, get our Bud Light. And when they saw that, they weren't having it, you know. I think anyone could promote a beer, you know. Everyone, whether they're gay, straight, or bisexual, trans and all that, drink beer. Um, they wanted to reach a larger audience, I guess, but their main audience that supports them are a lot of men, heterosexual men, older men too. And they found out real quick not to do that, or they can, but it was a disaster for them. $6 billion lost, you know? Okay, give me a second. There was 3 different fights at a funeral of Banco Brown, a trans male, toe tagged by security guards at Walmart in San Francisco today at the Third Baptist Church. There were 3 different fights. Yeah, I never identified that woman as a man, even though she wanted to. I thought it was effed up. If you could still tell that was a woman, period, you shouldn't be unaliving people any damn way over nonsense. But killing a woman, yeah, she identified as a man, but she was still a woman. And it was terrible, absolutely terrible, And I have heard of women who think they're men jumping up, trying to fight men, and then they find out real quick you will get your ass whooped because genetically you're just not stronger than them, and you forgot that. But I don't condone the ass whoopings still, or killing the women who think they're men and stuff. I think it's terrible, and for anybody to lose their life over nonsense, So rest in peace to her. Okay, let me see. I heard that most hiring managers who are men are less likely to hire women of certain women. Could it be sexism or something? It could be. It could also be your name. They have name discrimination. If your name looks too ethnic, sounds too ethnic, they skip over your applications, which is why I never understood why Black parents name their children ghetto ass, made up crazy shit that has no meaning. Don't get me wrong. It don't always have to have meaning, but it just some crazy sounding shit. It ain't helping them. It ain't gonna help them. I can tell you that. Have you heard of Lolita clothing or kawaii and fashion cores? Hold on for a second. Honestly, I think I've heard of Lolita, but I have not heard of the others before. But thank you for mentioning that in the chat, and I will check them out. Hello, Jasmine. What do I suggest for women seeking women support in this generation? Reach out. Don't be afraid to talk to a woman and ask her, can I talk to you? I'm inspired by you. It's okay to start groups. There are plenty of Facebook groups of Black women. There was a Facebook group that might be closing called Black Women Making Friends. And they would put their pictures, they would put everything. And they would make connections, even meet up with each other and hang out. You can start a Facebook group. You can start something here on YouTube. You can start your own thing, and don't be afraid to reach out. Black women have certain groups. I've seen travel groups. I've seen that. therapy groups, but a lot of that is on Facebook. But if there's a Black woman in your personal life who you would like to connect to, don't be afraid to. If she's your doctor or someone you know, you can talk to her. You don't have to be afraid to talk to her and say, oh, I admire that you do this, or maybe we can hang out and go to lunch. Um, here's my email. Let's just hang, it does get harder the older you get to make friends. It can be very hard sometimes, but those are my suggestions. I hope they're good suggestions on women seeking women. It doesn't even have to be Black women. You said women seeking women for support. You know, I see so many women actually connecting more than ever, especially on TikTok. I mean, I see it so, 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 so much. And having a YouTube channel, again, a Facebook group, I'm trying to think, some private groups type of thing. Maybe in your local area, meetup.com, where people with similar interests start a group on Meetup, and then you meet up every month. And as the leader of it, you can decide if we're going to go to a restaurant, my house, your house, or the park, something. Okay. So, as a matter of fact, let me put that in the chat. Okay, so I can answer 2 more questions. Leave a heart in your question, and then I'm going to end this. This is really fun. I hope Natural Organic Soul Breathe that was some good advice. I definitely think women, and I see a lot more women of all races talking on TikTok and collaborating, you know, and I definitely support that, period. Women making connections. It's good to have different people from different walks of life. Like I said before, I remember one of the greatest recipes that I had, and I lost it, but I kind of remember it. I went to Barnes and Nobles, and there was this old white woman, maybe 70 years old, with her books, and I had my cookbooks, and she asked me, "What are you making?" I said, "I'm trying to find a recipe for a cake." She gave me a recipe that is absolutely delicious. Delicious. A box cake. She told me, "Baby, this box cake recipe is going to taste like something out of a bakery." She gave me the recipe, and it was absolutely delicious. But besides that, me and her talked for about an hour. And she was way older than me, but she told me where she had traveled around the whole world. This older white lady, 70. She told me her stories of the places that I wanted to go to that she had been to, and just talking, for about an hour. And then she gave me the recipe, and it was absolutely wonderful. What do I think of Polish men? I don't have anything against Polish men, or I haven't met many Polish men. Maybe I have once or twice. I don't have anything bad or nothing to say about Polish men. I mean, if he looks good, he looks good, no matter what part of the world he lives in. Doesn't matter what part of the world he lives in. If he looks good, if his features stimulating, they're beautiful. His face is balanced. He looks good. He looks good. That's just how I feel. You know. Yes, that helped. I believe this is very important for women to establish some sort of community, especially when they didn't receive that growing up. Blessed be. Thank you. So many women, we are very similar around the world. Very, very similar. Most women desire and want the same thing. We don't all want the same thing, but you know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean. And go through a lot of similar things when it comes to family, marriage, children, body, health, and all of that. I also like that I'm seeing more women being honest about the world and differences in the world with women too, and calling out things that's wrong. That's also good to see. Okay, so I can answer one more question, and then I'm going to leave. I'm just looking in the chat, seeing anything going on, and rest in peace again to Tina Turner. If you missed my video tribute to her yesterday, check that out. Okay. So, this was fun. Random topics. Let's just talk about anything you want to. And, okay. So that's it. My email is up here. If there's any tea, anything you would like me to talk about, I'll save talking about Robert De Niro and that child for another video. I did get your email. Now, do I talk about everything all the time? No, like some stuff I'm not focusing on as much, but I will still write you back and I will look over it. Okay. Don't be afraid to send me anything that you would like me to maybe talk about, maybe even an interview with you, whatever. So thank you so much. And you know what? I've had people come up on here before. Thank you, Baldy Locks. I've had people honestly get mad at me like, you didn't talk about that. You didn't talk. I'm like, what made you? First of all, I don't know everything that's going on in this country and around the world all the time. I've had that happen, getting attacked like, oh, well, why didn't you talk about that? Yeah, you was quick not to mention that. I'm like, well, first of all, what made you think I knew about that? Or certain stuff I'm not even always talking about, but that happens every now and again. So sorry for some of my language earlier, but I had to say it. It had to be said, So thank you so much, y'all. And you have a good night. Bye, everyone. And make sure all your notifications are on. All right. Bye.